any of the human languages. And whenever we go through this scientific study of any of the human languages, we will have to go through various patterns of language, like its structure, its meaning, the process or the way through which the words were produced or constructed. And one of them is phonetics. In the case of phonetics, we basically discuss about the sounds. So whenever we have to define the term phonetics, basically this phonetics is the scientific study of the characteristics of speech sounds. And under this phonetics, you can say that we are having three types of phonetics. The first one is articulatory phonetics. As you are able to see in the slides, the first one is articulatory phonetics, second one is acoustic phonetics, third one is auditory phonetics. And with this articulatory phonetics, basically we discuss about that how that the speech sounds can be produced or articulated. Second one is acoustic phonetics. In this acoustic phonetics, basically we discuss about the physical property of a speech as sound waves in the air, because we know if we produce any of the sounds in vacuum, we cannot we will be able to listen that sound, we will not be able to observe the sound in vacuum. So we must need air, and within that air, whenever that sound waves go and it comes to our ear, then only we can observe the sounds. So this acoustic phonetics basically discuss about the physical properties of speech as sound waves in the air. Then third one is auditory phonetics. Under this auditory phonetics, basically deals with the perception of the sounds. So perception of the sound means, for example, whatever I am speaking here, and whatever the sounds or the words that is coming to your ears, it creates a perception in your mind. On the basis of that very perception, you are able to grasp whatever I am delivering here by the help of this lecture, by the help of this slide also. So this auditory phonetics it is basically that it basically deals with the perception of that sound via the ear. So here we are just going to discuss about articulatory phonetics. As I said you that this articulatory phonetics, it basically discusses how that speech sounds can be produced. As we know that speech sounds can only be produced with blockage of air. If there is no blockage of air, we cannot produce sounds. So either that blockage of air, I meant to say that it is intermittent or it is complete, or whatever it is there. Without blockage, we cannot produce any of the consonant sounds. So the second thing is that whenever we have to describe the features of the consonant sounds, we describe the features on the basis of three levels, or we can say that on the basis of three features. Under these three levels, the first one is either that particular consonant sound is voiced or voiceless. Second level is place of articulation, and the third one is manner of articulation. So we are having three levels. On the basis of these three levels, we describe any of the consonants, the feature of the consonant sounds. The first one, as I said, either voiced or voiceless. Second one is place of articulation. Third one is manner of articulation. If you're going forward or move forward here, as I am showing through this image, because we are dealing with this, or we are discussing about the articulatory phonetics. Under this articulatory phonetics, as I said you that if we want to know that how that sounds can be produced, we must be aware about the organs of speech. So here you can notice the organs of speech by the help of this image, that we are having alveolar ridge, nasal cavity, palate, soft palate, hard palate, lips, teeth, tip, front, back, body, pharynx, larynx, epiglottis, esophagus, vocal cords we have. So by the help of this image, you can notice the organs of speech, which can help U to produce the consonant sounds. Now to come to the first level of the consonant sounds, that is voiced and voiceless. The question arises that whenever we produce, as we know that we are having 24 consonant sounds in English language, and as far as the 24 consonant sounds are concerned, if we have to describe the first level the consonant sound, that either that particular consonant sound is voiced or voiceless, to make the distinction we must be aware about these things. As we know that whatever the air we inhale, it goes in the lungs, and due to the compression in the lungs by the help of the trachea, the air comes outside through the windpipe towards our mouth, and by the help of those air only by the help of the movement in our organs of speech we produce consonant sounds. So here in the larynx we are having vocal fold and vocal cord. So whenever the air comes outside freely, it means that if the vocal folds or vocal cords are spread apart and air from the lungs passes between them with no obstruction, without any closure, and during that time whatever the sound consonant sound we produce, those sounds are called voiceless sound. Then next one is that voiced sound. Whenever the air comes out from the lungs and that vocal cords are drawn together, but there is not complete closure, there must be a little bit gap, there must be some vibration due to that, and whenever we produce the sounds with vibration, that sound is called voiced sound. So we can notice this by putting our finger at our epiglottis, and whenever we produce a voiced sound, there is no vibration at the epiglottis, and whenever we produce a voiceless sound, there is no vibration in epiglottis, and whenever we produce a voiced sound, there must be vibration in our epiglottis. So by putting that finger we can notice it easily. And if there is certain, I mean to say, suppose many a times, because English is our second language, and as during the time of learning, while we are producing voiceless sound also, we notice vibration in our epiglottis. It means that we are the way through which we are producing the sound, it is not as per the norms or rules of the standard English. That is why there is vibration. So now we should come towards the next level, that is place of articulation. This place of articulation is basically describes the location inside the mouth at which that constriction takes place, and due to that constrictions we produce consonant sounds. The first one is, in the case of place of articulation, we are having the bilabial, means two sounds like ba, ba, ma, ba. These four sounds are bilabial. Bi means two, labial means lips. Second one is labiodental. Labio is lips, dental is teeth. It means upper teeth and lower lip, like fa and va. Then we are having tongue. It means that whenever the tip of the tongue touches the upper teeth, and we produce the sound tha and the. Next one is alveolar. It means the tip of the tongue. Whenever the tip of the tongue comes in contact with the alveolar ridge, and like the sound like ta, sa, da, za, na, la, ra. These sounds are alveolar, the place of articulation. Alveolar. Next one is palatal. It means the tongue and palate, like sha, cha, ja, like ja and ya. Then we have velar here on the place of back of the tongue. Here it is typo, that is bank of the tongue, but that is not correct. This is back of tongue, and velum like ka, ra, nga. And the last one is glottal. It means a space between the vocal cord and air come outside freely. Now Now we should come towards this manner of articulation. This manner of articulation is basically the way air stream is affected, that is flows from lungs and outside the nose or throughout either through the nose or through the mouth. Under this manner of articulation, we are having the first one, that is stops or plosive. In the case of stops or plosive, there is complete blockage of air, and whenever we produce any of the sounds, the air come outside from the mouth suddenly, abruptly. The sounds like pot, ta, ga, ka, ba, da, ga. Next one is fricative. Under this fricative, there cannot be complete closure. There must be a narrow gap through which the air come outside with vibration, and that sound is called fricative. I can say vibration, that air come outside with friction, like sa, sa, sh, ha, ha, da, za, zh. These are fricatives. Next one is affricate. In the case of affricate, it combines brief stop with fricative. It means there will not be complete closure. There is a little bit gap through which air comes outside, and that is cha and ja. So, and the next one is nasal. It means under this nasal, what happens, due to the velum becomes lower, and because of that, there is complete blockage in the case of oral cavity, and the air comes outside through the nose. And whenever the air comes out through the nose, we usually produce three consonant sound: ma, na, Next one is liquids, that is lateral. In the case of liquids or lateral, the tongue becomes curled and air comes outside from both the sides of the tongue, and those sounds are laura. Last one is glides. It means move tongue to or from a vowel sound. It means that it is just like that we are called that this semi-vowel warrior. It means there is not any closure while we are producing the sound. So under this 24 consonant sounds, we are having 21 oral sounds and 3 nasal sounds. As we know that oral sounds in which the air come outside from the mouth, and nasal sounds when the air come outside from the nose. Here this is a chart, consonant chart. This horizontal line represents either the sounds are voiced or voiceless. It means minus V is voiceless, plus V is voiced. Then we are having place of articulation, that is bilabial, labiodental, dental, alveolar, palatal, velar and glottal. Then we are having vertical line. This vertical line represents the manner of articulation. We have like stops, fricatives, affricates, nasals, liquids or glides. As I said you earlier, that on the basis of 3-term level we describe the consonant sounds. The first level is either the consonant sound is voiced or voiceless, second one is place of articulation, third one is manner of articulation. So by the help of this chart, we can notice the 3-term level of each of the 24 consonant sounds of English language. For example, we can notice over here in the case of first one, the ba, here just above the ba, this is plus V, it means it is voiced. Place of articulation is bilabial, and manner of articulation is stops, or you can say plosive. So we can say this ba is voiced, bilabial, plosives. We are having example of like cha, where this is minus V. Minus B means voiceless. So whenever we have to describe the 3-term level of this cha sound, this is voiceless, palatal, place of articulation is palatal, and manner of articulation is affricate. So we can say voiceless, palatal, affricate. So by the help of this in this consonant chart, we can notice the 3-term level of any of the consonant sound out of 24. So for today, as we discussed about consonant sounds, next time we are going to discuss about vowel sounds. So thank you very much for listening to me, hearing me about the consonant sound. Thank you.